Hello everyone and welcome back to another DIY historical makeup video. As you might have seen from the title, today we are going to make up our face using lamp black. I've already done my base, my blush, my eyebrows, so we can just get straight on and start talking about lamp black, what it is, how it was used, and how it's influenced modern makeup. So let's go to voiceover Lucy and she's going to tell us a little bit about the history of lamp black.
So what is lamp black? Lamp black is a pigment. It's made of carbon and it's been used since prehistoric times. There isn't any difference between kohl, kajal or lamp black other than the adding of oils to make it a solid product. Lamp black is a pigment that is used mainly in paint and printing inks, and it has been used since Egyptian times. It was found in Egyptian tombs, and there is also evidence of Egyptian and Romans using this to darken the eyelids, the eyelashes and the eyebrows. Kohl is used widely still in the Middle East. It's used in Africa, in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal. It has many different names such as kajal, kohl, alcohol, surma, tiro and kawali. Kohl was brought over to the UK in the 1600s by immigrants from South Asia. The accepted method was to burn the carbon and then collect it with a feather. Henry Peachman, who was a gentleman during the Jacobean times, wrote in his treatise The Gentleman's Exercise from 1612, "The making of ordinary lamp black, to take a torch or link and hold it under the bottom of a latten basin, and as it groweth to be furred and black within, strike it with a feather into some shell or other and grind it with some gum water." It seems pretty accepted that men and women wore lamp black all the way through history up until the Victorian times, when we see a shift in society to pure, clean living with no makeup. Well, as little as you could get away with anyway. The fashion for no makeup carried on until the Edwardian period. Up until then, makeup really was reserved for actresses and prostitutes, but with the emerging film scene and mass marketing of makeup, this changed very quickly. We look at actresses like Theda Bara, Clara Bow, Louise Brooks, and by the 1930s, Marlene Dietrich's smoky eye was widely accepted, sought after look, and this was to mirror what they would have called Oriental, but we would say Southeast Asian traditions. As we move through the 20th century, dark eye makeup never lost its shock factor, and in the West was used by goth and punk scenes in the 70s and 80s, and over in Bollywood, with early actresses wearing it as a focal point to their makeup.
Finally, here is a first-hand example of how Marlene achieved her lamp black eye makeup from the book The Westmores of Hollywood. Please pause to read, it's a super interesting excerpt. So as described in that passage, I have a candle here and I have a small saucer, and I'm just going to light the candle and turn the saucer upside down, and you'll be able to see the carbon deposits will start appearing onto the saucer. To look at this is an incredibly solid black, and it doesn't really smell like much at all. Here we have some reference pictures of Marlene Dietrich. You can see from these photos that she's putting it quite heavily in the crease and on the inner eyebrow area. To start, I'm going to pick up a little bit of the pigment with a dense brush, and we're going to use this dry to start with and start popping it in the crease. This naturally had quite a smudgy, oily consistency, and you can see I'm just moving my eyebrow up and down to try and get as much pigment as I can in the crease as possible. Just trying to mimic those facial expressions of those early 20th century movie stars. I'm using a fluffier brush to try and blend out the edges a little bit so it looks a bit more diffused and there's no hard edges, and then I'm going in with that dense brush and I'm just packing in more colour where I think I need it. And then I just keep checking to make sure the placement is exactly where I want it to be and it makes sense with the reference photos. Now we have both eyes done. I really like the way this looks. I'm now going to mix it with some 8-hour cream so I can get those really beautiful glossy lids of the 1930s. So taking a small amount of 8-hour cream, I'm popping in some of the pigment And I actually ended up using quite a lot of pigment for this. You don't need very much of the 8-hour cream at all, or baby oil, or whatever you're using. And then I just started applying it with a brush and then patting it in gently with my fingers because I didn't want to disturb the powder shadow too much. I really loved the glossy effect this gave my eyelids. So the next step is I took a little bit of a stronger mix of pigment and I did a little bit of a wing just to elongate the eye, nothing too drastic. Here's where I noticed a tiny shadow on my eye and then smudged a load of black, and that took ages to get off because of the texture of the product. I also thought I would try this as mascara, and it gave a really lovely, super lightweight effect. I just went in with a little spoolie with the rest of the product, and it just gave a little bit of darkness, but no heaviness. So this is how it looks. This is my 1930s smoky eye. I was really in love with this look, so I hope you guys like it too. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, then please like and subscribe to this channel. I make videos nearly every week and I hope to see you around. Bye!